I am gonna go on a bit of a fun little tangent, okay? Basically, I love learning about social media, and I have been for quite a while now. And I've been kind of considering the understanding of evergreen videos. If you don't really know what an evergreen video, it's basically a video that will retain viewership and retention over long periods of time because it's something that people will always search for. Not going to be like something that pops up on their browse history or whatever, but most likely will be something that people search for. So, like how-to videos or best X for blank, or that sort of thing, because those are things that people are actually searching and wanting to know about. Most of the time, this is how you are able to kind of dip your toes into the educational value space of content creation. Let me rewind a little bit. There are four core values to entertainment in the content creation space: entertainment, obviously, education, relatability, and I think it was inspiration. Those are four things that you can play off of, and if you do it correctly, it can be really, really good for content in general. When you use like two or more in each video, it's really helpful for the viewer to kind of have a source of something to watch and maybe a inspirational element of you can get better too, or a relatable element like I'm just as bad as any of the others, or an educational element of being like, this is what happened when I did it this way and this is what happened when I did this way, but always have like that entertainment, or else why the heck are they on the app, you know? I always find, or at least I've been finding, that a lot of social media, because I follow a lot of social media like managers basically, and they all do different things, but they've been saying kind of a flat similarity between all videos in 2025, and that's been that people are looking for, and people and the companies themselves are looking for value in content that will make them stay on the video or the platform longer. And I really, really love that concept. So I started going into the whole evergreen search and understanding what evergreen videos are, without actually typing in what is an evergreen video, because I don't really need to do that. But I looked at one video, I don't remember what it was from. I'll probably link it in the description box below. But they were talking about evergreen videos a little bit, and I just got so excited because I'm just like, okay, well, I now have found a source of something that I can really think about. And it was so awesome to like kind of hear what an evergreen video could look like for other channels. But I have to like remember that an evergreen video a lot of the time is educational based. What I mean by that is like people are going to come and look for something to learn about, basically. So, like I said, how to's, the best X for blank, that sort of thing is what a lot of people are going to look for. Those are those SEO keywords, if you will. I realized that the people I work for are VTubers, or they're just blatant content creators that have kind of a different look and aren't necessarily professionals in their field. But I had to like take that out of my head, because I also have to remember they've been playing games for years. So they are professionals. They're just not in the sense that you would probably think. It's not like they're professionally as in very, very good at the game. No, more like they've been playing for a long time, know the ins and the outs of the game, why they don't like or don't or love the game, or why they keep playing it even though they they hate the game, that sort of thing. And when you market on that, it becomes so much more than just an entertaining video. I've been trying to understand what videos I want my creators to start recording, because I realize that as much as streams are fun and you can have that entertainment value and some of those educational elements if they're edited correctly, that's not going to do a lot for personalization or making it to where the viewer will stay on the video for your specific insights, you know? They don't know you. They don't understand why we should be listening to this person. They just see fun gameplay and a few interesting details, and that's kind of it. So I was thinking more about it, and these are videos that I'd probably ask some of my gamers to record. I say that because there's only like 3 clients I have, and 2 of them are gamers and 1 of them isn't. So, anyways, but thinking about it, I know one of my clients plays or used to play Dead by Daylight all the time. Now, as great of a game that is, people have been really starting to lose interest for that game. Not necessarily like fully, because there's still a really big and strong community for Dead by Daylight, but in our community specifically, it's lost a lot of intrigue. That also stems from the fact that, you know, Marvel Rivals has come into play, and it's been a really big game and picking up a lot of traction. And a lot of the people in our community really liked Overwatch, so Marvel Rivals being out, just very similar play styles, it's understandable. But the game in the server used to be Dead by Daylight basically only. We played it all the time, even while we were playing or adventuring into other games, but Marvel Rivals has really taken it up. That makes me wonder, a lot of people keep saying, or her specifically, will be like, I don't really like Dead by Daylight anymore. Well, she's been playing Dead by Daylight for multiple years. That right there is a professionalistic aspect. Then if I were to get her to talk about what she dislikes and likes about the game and be completely unobjective, no biases at all, just purely honest about it, that would give us so much for a video on, should I really step into Dead by Daylight? Should a viewer, a gamer, really get into Dead by Daylight? What are the pros and cons of being in the Dead by Daylight space? There's so many different answers or questions that we could be answering for people that have no idea about the game or have been playing for years and don't really know why they don't like the game anymore. That's so, like, marketable. Like, I'm just like, oh my god, that's an evergreen video. Of course, Dead by Daylight won't always be relevant, but there will always be someone who sees it on the Steam page and wonders, okay, what is this game? What's it about? Do people like it still? Should I even invest my time and money in playing the game? This goes for my other client as well, who's a very avid Overwatch player. Maybe talking about the differences between Overwatch and Marvel Rivals and why maybe he likes one over the other. Or even better yet, just talking about how Overwatch got him in his community right now. A lot of people love Overwatch. Why? What's so great about this typical game? What about this game is so interesting and has kept people hooked for so long, despite all of the negative comments they'll say about the game while playing the game? It's really interesting to me how people will play a game almost every single day, but have something negative to say about it all the time, and yet still keep playing the game. Why? If you don't like it, wouldn't you just give it up? But clearly there's something about the game that keeps you there. A lot of the time, especially I guess with Valorant, or some of the Valorant players that I watch or listen to play Valorant, they love the game and they find it very interesting, but the community is what really makes them angry and want to just shut down. Or maybe they're playing ranked and they start losing RR for reasons that they don't really know. And they don't want to look up why RR is given in different ways and what really is the purpose behind it and how it's delivered to you, because that's annoying. Who wants to really go out of their way and do that? Of course, there's some people who take the game seriously and are going to do that, obviously. But if you're just a regular player who just wants to play the game, it's kind of hard to be like, okay, what about this is making it to where I can't be at the next level or gold or immortal like everybody else? And yet I still play okay when I'm in those higher ranks, but I still absolutely lose and demolish my RR. What about it? What's going on? You know, there's a lot of people that ask questions about games all the time. And even if those games are old, they still have evergreen content. I mean, we could talk about a game from, like, I don't know, Xbox One days, and just be like, okay, this is a game that was strictly on Xbox One, and not a lot of people talk about it anymore. But I'm guessing there's going to be a niche amount of people who actually are really interested in investing in the game and want to know what your thoughts are. I'm telling you now, it's really weird, but when you have a niche audience, you can really like crack down on your professionalism and be like, I have been playing this game for X amount of years. Here are my thoughts and opinions and why you should or should not invest your time into the game like I have. That already makes for an amazing video. I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot and just wondering what evergreen videos I could recommend to my gamers, my artists, my pagan witch. Like, just wondering what kind of stuff they can really niche into and get a grasp on that people are looking up almost all the time. I currently don't have the tools to just look back at search histories on YouTube and be like, okay, what is something about Dead by Daylight people have been searching for a lot? Or what is something about Overwatch that people have been searching for a lot? Or what is something about self-care that people have been searching for a lot, you know? And it's just been really like, I'm kind of isolated because I don't have those tools. I'm not a professional. I'm telling you now, I know barely anything about the space. I learn everything on my own. All of the videos I watch on YouTube, all of the fact that I just love watching the content that my creators make. So of course I know a bit about it, and I've been learning as much as I can, digesting as much information as possible, but it's sometimes really hard when you don't have any free resources. And yes, there are a few, but a lot of the time they're free for a trial period of time. And I just don't have the funds to keep paying for SEO key research or for these specific just entries into learning what people are searching for in the creator space, you know? And I sometimes wonder if I should like look at the game from a viewer's or a gamer standpoint and be like, okay, I'm new to the game. What do I need right now? What information do I want to know about the game? Because I did that with like Valorant at some point when I was really quote unquote interested in the game. I don't know. I would like look up what lineups there are for Fate or what I really wanted or needed to know about the game in order to quote unquote play better and be a substantial part of my team. But like there's a lot of what do I need, how to videos that are evergreen content because people are searching for this stuff all the time. There's a bunch of new people wondering what they need to be doing every day. And especially since a lot of these people are kids, you can market those how-to videos to children. Maybe not in the same channel as some 18 plus content, but if you really wanted to go into it, have a channel that's literally just what I think about games at the moment. Or what's really stopping me from loving this game or whatever, and kind of going into that from a quote-unquote professional gaming standpoint could work wonders. And then I think about it from the other side of the coin because I also have an artist that I work for, and I'm just like, okay, a lot of the time, especially art-wise, people wonder what the process is. All the time. You see it everywhere. Art is probably like the biggest thing that you can capitalize on education for. If you have years of experience or even like 10 days of experience, people are looking to know what do you do that makes art the way you make it? How do you get this personalized style? How did you do that? How did you start from maybe like looking at something and wanting to draw it out and start thinking about it in your head and then taking it and putting it in your literal art style? How do you do that? A lot of people wonder what the fuck is going on, and it's really interesting to me that a lot of artists on Twitch don't capitalize on that because they totally could. They're teaching people every day how to do art just by being live and doing it for them, you know? I'm certain there are people in the chat who are like, how did you do that? And then the artist will go about explaining it if he just took a bunch of those clips and been like, my viewers asked me a bunch of questions during stream. Here's some of the ones I wanted to share with you guys. And then you show the clip and then maybe like go into a step-by-step on how they did it or maybe a bit more detail on why you did it in that way. all of a sudden you have a great educational video that is intriguing and it's what other people wanted to know about too. And of course, if one person wants to know, there are gonna be loads of others who want to know the same thing. Then having maybe like the question and the answer in the description of the video, so they don't have to fully watch the video and just kind of get their takeaways from there and still like the content because it's something that they can easily follow. Like, that's, hello, the marketability of just knowing something is amazing. To be a professional in your field is so marketable, and it's really interesting because you don't always have to have a degree. You can just have a year or two of experience and the good enough skills to back it up, or maybe not even skill, just the fact that you've been there and know why you don't like it and why you do like it. It's not about, because you don't have to teach people how to be good at the game. That's not always what people want to know. You can teach people what you like about the game, what you think could change, what you feel like would be great if somebody were to put into a different game an aspect from this and that, and then put it together without all of the annoying, disgusting bits about the game that you don't like, or about the art style that you don't like, or the technique that some people are using that you just don't understand why they use it. Like, having those controversial opinions while also establishing an intellectual connection with your audience and being an entertaining person to look at. Hello, like, that's what you do on a daily basis. People ask you about your game, about your art, about whatever while you're live. What makes you think they won't in video format as well? Like, hello? I'm sorry. I'm absolutely floored that not more people think about the educational side of it, because that's so evergreen. That's everything. I think evergreen to me is something that can be seen seasonally, or that is just something people are looking up for educational purposes, or for even motivation and inspiration. Being like, I played this game for X amount of years, and here's some clips from when I first started, and here's some clips from now. It takes years to get there, but it took me years to get there. However, I'm so proud of how I've gotten, and I know for a fact you can too. Here's some things I learned on my journey, and I want to teach you about today, and hopefully you get something from it, and I wish you all the best of luck while you do this. Like, hello, people, give people confidence, give people the tools they need in order to get there even, and if they can't do it, that's fine, because they will look for more videos from you or others about how to. Like, I'm just saying, the market here is amazing, and I know so many people have already figured this out, like, it's so easy to know. It's probably written all over the YouTube platform, but it's just nice being able to talk about it and being like, I learned about it from, like, just experiencing what I need, or asking what I need, not from looking it up fully, but literally just from being like, okay, if I were an artist, what would I be asking? If I were a gamer, what would I be asking? The fact that you can take your client's content and just think about it as a viewer and turn it into a marketable strategy, amazing. Like, hello, it's my favorite part of working, to be honest. If I knew for a fact my clients had time to record videos, I would talk so much more about this stuff, but I currently can't, and they record their streams for multiple hours, and then they have work during the week or schooling, and I'm just like, you do so much already, I'm not going to bring it up, but when you do have time in the future, at some point maybe, I think it would be really cool to start diving into some evergreen content, or even just talking about new games as they come up in a video format that isn't just your streams. I think that would be really lovely. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. I went on a little bit of a tangent, and this is my hyperfixation for the multiple years that I've been thinking about content creation, and I just wanted to talk about it. So thank you for listening. I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave now. Goodbye.